Well, the John Howard Society of Manitoba is asking for your help to get the story out. Now, this is the name of their campaign to help parents who are incarcerated stay connected to the world and to their families through literacy, an initiative that is especially important ahead of Father's Day, which is coming up this weekend. Aiden Enns is with the John Howard Society of Manitoba and joins us now. Good morning, Aiden.
It's good to be with you.
Thank you so much for taking the time. To start out, maybe you can tell us a bit more about the Get the Story Out program and exactly how it works.
Sure. The Get the Story Out program is a story that we have here in our literacy department at the John Howard Society of Manitoba. And as many of your listeners may know, we work with people who are in conflict with the law before, during, and after incarceration. And so one way we can support people who are currently incarcerated is to reach out to them, to have them record a story. And then if they have kids, we give the book. We take the book and bring it to the kids and the caregivers on the outside. And this way we can make a bridge between the fathers in custody and the children in the community.
So what kind of books are typically chosen for these kinds of readings, to maybe for some familiar titles I'm sure that people can relate to?
Well, there's a whole range of books. And there's some that, because there's overrepresentation of Indigenous people on the inside, we have a wide range of children's stories that are written by and illustrated by and feature Indigenous content. And then there's the stories that some of your listeners be more familiar with that are also very popular. In fact, sometimes even more popular. No specific title comes to mind, but I was in the literacy department looking at them, and they have like Fluffy the Bear or the Choo Choo Train, that kind of thing. And those are perennial favorites with the kids.
Fantastic. I understand also that this year there is a musical component to these readings that the John Howard Society of Manitoba is facilitating. Maybe you can tell us a bit more about that and how that works.
Well, this program wouldn't happen without the assistance of a number of keen volunteers, and each volunteer brings their own gifts. And we have one very special volunteer. Her name is Christine Fellows. Some people might know her as a successful recording singer-songwriter, recording artist in our community. And Christine is on this list of volunteers. So when the recording comes out of the institution, we have it on a recording. And then, so it's just the voice of the dad or the father reading the story. And what Christine does is she goes into her her audio recording studio and adds some music and sort of adds a curatorial element to it to really make for a nice package for the caregivers back home. It's really awesome. And then an extra step, she wraps it up in paper because the kids and the parents, or the caregivers on the outside, they get the actual book, and she decorates the top with the kid's name and a whole bunch of colors and bright things. It's super awesome.
What a wonderful initiative to showcase these stories on a multi-sensory level. Maybe I'm wondering also about the reactions that you have gotten so far from families and the folks who are incarcerated participating in this program. What have their reactions been to this sort of heightened storytelling method with the music?
Well, I'm thinking of one woman in particular who has several kids. There's a photo of her featured in last year's campaign where she's sitting on the couch with all her kids. I think it's 3 or 4 kids. And she describes how when you turn the tape on and you have the book and the father's voice comes in over the speakers, it's like he's really there. And it's actually, there's some moments of sadness because you feel him there, but he's not there. But then there's also a profound moment of connection between the person that he really does care, and he is there in voice. And so it does make a profound connection, and it's really powerful. And we also, when we drop off the books and the recordings, the caregivers are super grateful, and you can see the excitement and the energy to get down to the reading with the kids.
Wow. I understand also that the John Howard Society has partnered with McNally Robinson for some ways in which to get these books into the hands of fathers to be able to do these readings in the first place. Maybe you can tell us about what that partnership looks like and, yeah, how people can support this initiative through McNally Robinson Booksellers.
Sure. I am super proud of our local bookseller, McNally Robinson Booksellers. The two top people, the manager and the owner, came to visit our society, our learning library. We have a wall of books, and they brought a whole bunch of brand new children's books to be distributed to the children whose dads are incarcerated. So this is a generous contribution from McNally Robinson, both the physical products, but then also the desire of some of the top leaders at McNally that really want to support the work that we're doing here at the John Howard Society. Now, if people want to help out, anyone can go to, say, the John Howard Society of Manitoba Facebook page. There you'll see, if you go to our bio and our link tree, you can see click here, and you can go right to McNally Robinson to an order page, and we invite people to click on the card for $25. That goes to a new book. They can make a selection if they want, or just leave the money. Then our staff go and pick up the books that are specially selected for this program, and then we get it out to the institutions with volunteers. Then Christine does her magic, and we deliver it.
Amazing. We heard about the reaction from families on the outside who are receiving these readings and these musical enhancements. What have you been hearing from fathers on the inside about what this program means to them as they serve their sentences and prepare for reintegration into society?
Right. So one thing I've learned with my work here at the John Howard Society is that a real motivator for change for men who are in conflict with the law and doing some time in custody is their changing status as a father and want to do better and to do right with their kids. And so many of them are asking and waiting in line for the opportunity to receive one of these children's books, to do a brief intro for their kids. It's really quite profound. They do a brief intro, and then they just read the book as if they were side by side with the child. This is a connection that many of them are hungry for, to help them personally make a connection, but then also knowing that it will go through the John Howard, through Christine, and then to the caregivers. It's a really well-received program.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Aiden Enns from the John Howard Society of Manitoba, for joining us here on Classic 107 to tell us more about Get the Story Out. We'll have more information about how folks can get involved at our website, classic107.com, and the Classic 107 app. Thank you so much again, Aiden, and have a great weekend.
Happy Father's Day.